Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Paper Benders, the channel where I teach you guys how to make some pretty cool origami things. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I like to color Darth Maul. In a previous episode I actually taught you guys how to fold Darth Maul, but now I'm going to the next level and I'm going to show you how to draw the tattoos on his body, the face, like his eyes, his cloak, everything. And it's going to be pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get into this. To color Darth Maul, I'm going to be using a regular ballpoint pen first to get just all the little details on, then markers to color everything in, and lastly these colored pencils just to get all those last little details on. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the face tattoos on Darth Maul. So I'm just going to start with the eyes. Just going to draw a big eyebrow right here. And color it in, just make sure it's big and bold. So have that there, and then draw a big half moon. Then do the same thing on this side. And when you're doing this, you want to keep them both symmetrical, unless you want it to have a certain expression on his face. Darth Maul is usually, he's a bad guy, so he's usually pretty angry. So yeah, that's just why I'm doing this. Then for his pupils, you're just going to draw a little dot wherever you want him to be looking. I'm going to draw him looking a little bit off to the side, but not too much, and I'll fill in the rest of the eyes later. The next thing I'm going to do is go into detail with Darth Maul's tattoos. So first, you're going to draw 2 lightning bolts coming down from the top. So just one right here, coming down and then going up. Going down and then going back up. And then color that in. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just take the lightning bolt. And if you're wondering, no, these aren't actual lightning bolts. They aren't actually supposed to be lightning bolts. That's just what they look like on pictures of them in the movies. So the next thing you're going to do is get some detail on his eyes. So first you're just going to draw a long rectangle coming down. And do that on each side. And once you have that, you're going to draw like a long V. So, yes. Just draw like a line here, and then bring it down for a V, and then keep it going all the way to the end. It'll kind of go to the corner. At least in, since how I'm coloring this, it'll go to the corner. For you guys, it might go differently. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this on one side. And then now I'm going to do the same thing on this side, trying to keep it pretty much symmetrical. So just draw that like block right here, then bring it down for the V, and yeah. So just do this on both sides, fill it in. Yeah, there's really not that much to it. Just keep going until the whole thing is filled in. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're just going to draw his mouth right here. You can draw it like straight, or you can do it however you want, but for mine I'm just going to try to keep it straight. Then I'm going to draw 2 curves right here, like I'm drawing a beard, or like lines on his mouth. And you could just leave it like that, but for me, I'm going to make these part of the more of the tattoos he has. So just bringing these up here. So this is all that is pretty much here regularly. And since I see though, and you guys will see this too, that there's this big white space over here. So to fix that, I'm just going to add one more detail that isn't actually on Darth Maul, like in the movies, but I'm just adding it there so it doesn't look empty. You can make it longer, and really this part is actually all up to you. You can, you don't have to add this if you don't want to. I just think it helps to make it not look so empty. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just add a little border around the whole thing. And it's okay if it kind of goes on the cloak a little bit, because that will, that part, like, it'll be covered in marker anyway, so when you get to WC, there's that little mark on the cloak. But that's totally fine, because you'll end up covering that up anyway. So yeah, just bring that all around. And that is pretty much just how I'm going to use the ballpoint pen when drawing Darth Maul. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is using the red marker to color in his face. So yeah, first I'm just going to start with outlining all the black that we already have. And it's okay if it gets a little bit in the eye. Yeah, that's okay to have. Now I'm just going to start filling the rest in. So as I'm coloring this in, you guys can all see how it's starting to come together and look a lot like Darth Maul. So yeah, just color this in. It's okay if you go on the black, because that won't really show, but now that, yeah, I'm done doing all of that coloring with his face, and I'm going to move on to coloring his cloak now, which is going to take a little bit longer, but will look just as good. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys is just how I'm going to color his eyes and just add all the little details. So I'm going to use yellow for the back, or I'm not sure what that part of the eye is called. The white, I think it is, or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, just get that in all around. And then I'm going to use the red to just get his pupils in there. I'm trying to make it look orangish. So I'm gonna add some yellow. And that is all there is to it. I'm also just going to take the pen and color up the little white spaces right here. Yeah, just finish all this up. I think that is pretty much going to wrap it up for coloring origami Darth Maul. Thank you so much for watching this Paper Benders video where I taught you guys how to color this origami Darth Maul puppet in a part 2 to the part 1 video I made about a week ago. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscription, and also leave a comment on what other Star Wars characters I can make. So far I've made Queen Amidala, Star Wars spaceships, the Millennium Falcon, Darth Maul, as you can see here, and I can't wait to make some more. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to stay healthy, stay safe, and have a great day.